Death does not begin with disease. It begins on the night your body forgets how to sleep deeply. You lie down, hoping for peace, but within hours, you wake again. Another trip to the bathroom, another quiet walk through the darkness. When you return to bed, your mind is awake. Your heart feels heavy, and the silence of the night grows longer than it should. But what if the real reason behind your exhaustion isn't age at all? What if it's the timing of your habits and the silent strain on your bladder that keeps your body awake when it longs to heal? Follow me closely, because in the next few minutes, you will learn how to stop these late-night trips and bring back deep, natural sleep. You will also discover a simple 3-step method to soothe your bladder, support your kidneys, and restore your nighttime without drugs or supplements. Before we begin, I want to ask where you are watching from and what time it is. Leave a comment below. If you like, and subscribe. Now let's start with why your nights are no longer peaceful. 3 out of 5 adults over the age of 60 wake up at least twice each night just to use the bathroom. For many, this has become so normal that they simply call it old age. But in truth, it's not age that steals your sleep. It's the quiet shift in hormones and organ function that begins after 60. As these changes unfold, your body produces less of the hormones that help you stay asleep and regulate urine at night. The kidneys start filtering more, even when the body is resting, and the bladder becomes more sensitive to small amounts of liquid. Slowly, peaceful nights turn into restless cycles of waking and waiting for sleep to return. What many people don't realize is that fragmented sleep weakens the body's ability to repair itself. The brain loses time to clear toxins and restore memory. According to a Harvard University study in 2023, missing just 1 hour of deep sleep each night can raise the risk of Alzheimer's disease by nearly 20%. 3 pillars. The Neural Reset Protocol. The Neural Reset Protocol. There is a simple truth about the human body after 60. It still wants to heal, but it needs the right rhythm to do so. When sleep becomes fragmented, when you wake several times each night to use the bathroom or lie awake without reason, it is not just fatigue you feel. It is your nervous system losing synchronization with the body's natural cycles. Scientists now understand that sleeplessness is not only a mental issue, but a full-body imbalance involving breathing, hormones, diet, temperature, and light. The Neural Reset Protocol focuses on 3 foundations to bring that rhythm back: activating the calm system, balancing evening nutrition, and resetting the environment for deep rest. Step 1. Activate the calm system. Every human body is guided by 2 branches of the nervous system. The first, called the sympathetic, prepares you to face challenges. It raises heart rate, quickens breathing, and keeps the bladder alert. The second, the parasympathetic, restores and repairs. It slows everything down and signals safety. For older adults, stress, irregular meals, and constant exposure to noise and light keep the sympathetic system active long into the night. The first step is to switch that system off and activate the calm one. A scientifically proven method to do this is the 4-7-8 breathing technique, developed from ancient yogic principles and supported by research from Harvard Medical School and the University of Arizona. You simply inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 7, and exhale gently through the mouth for 8. Repeat this 4 times. Each cycle creates a controlled pause in breathing that activates the vagus nerve, the long nerve connecting your brain to the heart, lungs, and digestive organs. When stimulated, the vagus nerve releases a cascade of effects. Heart rate slows, blood vessels expand, and levels of the stress hormone cortisol begin to fall. Modern imaging studies show that within 5 minutes of this breathing pattern, blood pressure drops slightly and kidney circulation stabilizes, reducing the pressure that triggers nighttime urination. A calm nervous system tells the bladder to stay quiet, allowing melatonin, the hormone of sleep, to rise naturally. Think of this practice not as a technique, but as a signal to your body. As you breathe, imagine gently dimming the lights of a busy factory after a long day. Each breath turns off another switch, the noise of thought, the tension in the shoulders, the racing heart. Within minutes, the mind and body begin to speak the same language again. For best results, practice the 4-7-8 cycle for at least 5 minutes before bed. The more consistent you are, the more quickly your body learns that this is the cue for rest. Step 2. Evening food and mineral balance. The second foundation of the neural reset protocol is nutrition, not dieting, but timing and composition. The evening meal plays a decisive role in whether your body relaxes or stays tense during the night. When dinner is eaten too late, or lacks essential minerals such as magnesium and potassium, the muscles and bladder remain slightly contracted for hours, leading to restlessness, cramps, and frequent urination. From a biological perspective, magnesium works as a natural calcium blocker, relaxing muscle fibers, including those in the bladder wall. Potassium balances fluid inside and outside cells, preventing water retention and excessive filtration by the kidneys. Older adults often consume less of both minerals because of reduced appetite or limited variety in meals. To correct this imbalance, introduce what researchers from Johns Hopkins University call sleep-supportive foods. These include ripe bananas, pumpkin seeds, spinach soup, and a cup of warm milk mixed with a pinch of nutmeg. Bananas and pumpkin seeds provide magnesium and potassium, calming both nerves and muscles. Spinach offers additional magnesium and antioxidants, supporting the heart and kidneys. Milk supplies tryptophan, an amino acid that converts into serotonin and then melatonin, your body's own sleep medicine. Nutmeg adds myristicin, a compound that lowers anxiety and stabilizes blood sugar through the night. Equally important is what to avoid after 6 in the evening. Foods high in acid, such as tomatoes, oranges, or pineapple, irritate the bladder lining and create the urge to urinate sooner. Spicy or salty dishes draw more water into the digestive tract, increasing thirst and later urine volume. Large meals delay stomach emptying and push upward on the bladder when you lie down. A calm evening meal should be light, warm, and simple, about half the size of your midday lunch. If you feel hungry later, a banana or a handful of pumpkin seeds is enough. When you finish eating 2 to 3 hours before bed, the body completes digestion before sleep begins, freeing energy for repair instead of processing. This shift alone can reduce nighttime wakefulness by more than 30%, according to data from the Indian Institute of Nutritional Sciences. As a gentle reminder, think of your last meal as an act of preparation, not indulgence. Eat for calm, not for comfort. Your body will thank you at dawn when you wake with steady energy instead of heaviness. Step 3. Temperature and light reset. The third foundation is environmental, the light you see and the air you feel in the final hours of the day. Modern homes, filled with bright screens and warm air, often send the wrong message to the brain. The body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, relies on darkness and cooling to trigger melatonin release. Without these signals, the brain delays the sleep process even if you are tired. The National Sleep Foundation reports that older adults exposed to bright or blue-tinted light after 8 in the evening experience up to 40% less melatonin production. Similarly, when bedroom temperature remains above 75 degrees Fahrenheit, core body heat cannot drop, a process essential for deep sleep. To restore natural rhythm, start your evening reset 2 hours before bed. Dim household lights gradually, switching from white or blue bulbs to warm amber tones. Limit television and phone use. If necessary, use a blue light filter. Let your eyes experience darkness as a signal of safety, not fear. Next, take a warm shower or foot soak for 10 minutes. The warmth dilates blood vessels near the skin, and when you step out, your body cools gently, mimicking the thermal drop that precedes deep sleep. Maintain your bedroom at 68 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, use breathable cotton clothing, and replace heavy blankets with lighter layers. This allows airflow and prevents overheating, Light and temperature should make your bedroom feel like a quiet cave, safe, dark, and slightly cool. If outside noise or city lights disturb you, use blackout curtains or a soft white noise machine. Even small adjustments can bring measurable change. A Stanford University study, 2023, showed that seniors who combined dim lighting, a cool room, and a short, warm shower increased their deep sleep duration by nearly 50% within 1 week. As night approaches, resist the temptation for one last warm drink. Even herbal tea or milk after 7 o'clock adds unnecessary fluid. Instead, sit quietly in your dimmed room, practice the 4-7-8 breathing for a few minutes, and let the calm settle over you like twilight itself. These 3 steps, calming the nervous system, balancing nutrition, and controlling light and temperature, are not separate tricks, but connected rhythms. Breathing tells the heart to slow. Proper minerals prevent the bladder from overreacting. Cool darkness invites melatonin to flow. Together, they form a biological circuit that reteaches your body how to rest. For many older adults, the idea of training the body may sound complicated, but this process is gentle and forgiving. Even small improvements, 1 consistent breathing session, 1 earlier dinner, 1 degree lower in room temperature, begin to reprogram the system. Within days, you may notice fewer nighttime awakenings, deeper breathing, and mornings that no longer feel heavy. Think of the neural reset protocol as returning home to your own biology. It does not fight nature. It restores it. When you align with the body's ancient design, sleep no longer has to be chased. It simply arrives. The brain cleans itself, the heart slows, the kidneys rest, and the mind wakes renewed. So tonight, begin with 1 breath. Let that breath remind your nervous system that it can relax. Tomorrow, adjust your evening meal, and the next day, dim your lights a little earlier. Healing does not require perfection, only rhythm. And when rhythm returns, deep sleep follows naturally, carrying with it the quiet promise of strength, clarity, and peace. Teaching your bladder to rest again. Most people think of the bladder as a simple storage organ, but in truth, it has its own biological rhythm, much like the heart, lungs, and brain. During the day, it stays alert, ready to empty when needed. At night, it's meant to rest quietly, allowing the body to recharge. Yet for many older adults, the bladder has forgotten how to sleep. Years of interrupted rest, stress, and just-in-case habits have trained it to send false alarms, signals of fullness that don't reflect reality. To restore balance, you must gently retrain the bladder to follow its natural rhythm again. A powerful and proven technique for this is the 30-second pause method. The next time you wake with the urge to urinate, don't rush to the bathroom. Instead, pause for 30 seconds. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your shoulders drop and your abdomen relax. Often, the urge will fade within that short pause. When it does, simply stay in bed and let the body drift back into sleep. This small delay retrains the bladder's communication with the brain. It teaches the nerves that not every signal requires immediate action. Over time, your bladder regains its true urge reflex, meaning it only wakes you when it's genuinely full. Practiced nightly, this simple technique can cut nighttime awakenings by half within 10 days. Another overlooked cause of nighttime urination is poor circulation. During the day, fluid naturally pools in the lower legs and feet, especially if you sit or stand for long periods. When you lie down, that fluid travels back to the kidneys, increasing urine production at exactly the wrong time. The solution is gentle movement before bed, particularly the ankle pump exercise. Sit or lie down comfortably. Flex your ankles forward and backward 10 times, as if pressing and releasing a gas pedal. This rhythmic motion activates the calf muscles, which act like a second heart, pumping trapped fluid upward before you sleep. With less fluid returning to the kidneys overnight, urine production decreases, and your bladder stays calm longer. Scientific studies from the University of Michigan have shown that improving lower leg circulation through ankle movements can reduce nighttime urination frequency by up to 30% in seniors. It's a simple, medication-free solution that works in harmony with the body's natural systems. For many older adults, this combination, a brief pause when the urge strikes and a few minutes of ankle pumping before bed, brings remarkable relief. After just 10 days of practice, Linda, a 72-year-old from California, slept peacefully for 5 hours straight, her first uninterrupted night in years. Remember, your bladder can learn peace again. It doesn't need to fight or interrupt your rest. It only needs time, patience, and a little guidance. So tonight, before you turn off the light, take a few slow breaths, move your ankles gently, and trust that your body still knows how to sleep through the night, calming the mind before the night begins. As evening settles and the world grows quiet, many older adults find that their minds become louder. Thoughts that stayed hidden during the busy hours of the day suddenly return. Worries about health, family, or the future. For some, there's a quiet fear of losing independence. For others, it's the ache of missing loved ones who once shared these same nights. This emotional weight doesn't just live in the heart, it seeps into the body, keeping the brain alert and the muscles tense long after the lights go out. Science now confirms what experience has long shown. Emotional stress becomes physical insomnia. When anxiety rises, the brain releases cortisol and adrenaline, hormones designed for action, not rest. These chemicals raise heart rate, tighten the bladder, and block the release of melatonin, the very hormone that brings deep sleep. That's why, no matter how tired your body feels, the mind still hums like an engine that refuses to shut down. To quiet this cycle, you must first remind your mind that the day is done, that it is safe to rest. One gentle way to begin is through a simple nightly ritual of gratitude. Before bed, take a small notebook and write down 3 things you are thankful for, no matter how small. It could be the taste of morning tea, a smile from your grandchild, or even the comfort of your pillow. Gratitude tells the nervous system, I am safe now, lowering stress hormones and restoring calm. Another effective tool is sound. Listening to music tuned to 432 Hz, sometimes called the natural frequency, helps slow brain waves into a relaxed meditative state. Many people describe it as a soft vibration that soothes the chest and steadies the breath. Similarly, prayer or 10 minutes of meditation before sleep can create a sense of spiritual grounding. In both the United States and India, these practices have long helped elders find peace, not through control, but through surrender. If you prefer, sit quietly with your hands on your heart and breathe gently. With each exhale, imagine letting go of a small worry, one thought, one memory, one regret. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You only have to let your body know it's safe to rest. Because when your heart feels safe, your body finally allows sleep to happen. And in that safety, healing begins. Quietly, faithfully, one peaceful night at a time. Foods that calm the bladder and mind. When it comes to peaceful sleep, what you eat in the evening matters almost as much as when you eat it. The body slows down after sunset, and heavy meals force your stomach, liver, and bladder to keep working long after the mind wants to rest. A gentle dinner allows every organ to relax together. The best evening meal is simple: steamed vegetables, a small portion of brown rice, or a light bowl of lentil soup. These foods provide warmth without weight, energy without strain. They digest smoothly, keeping your blood sugar steady and your bladder calm. When your dinner is light, your dreams become lighter too. Just as important as what you include is what you avoid. Many older adults unknowingly disturb their sleep by eating or drinking acidic fruits like oranges, tomatoes, and pineapple after 6 in the evening. These foods, though rich in vitamins, can irritate the bladder lining and increase the urge to urinate at night. Even a single glass of citrus juice after dinner may cause discomfort in the early hours. Save these fruits for breakfast or lunch when your digestion is strong and the body is active. To soothe both body and mind before bed, choose cooling fruits such as bananas, papayas, or pears. These are low in acid and rich in natural fiber, helping the bladder remain relaxed while supporting gentle digestion. In Ayurveda and modern nutrition alike, these fruits are considered sattvic, peaceful, balancing, and kind to the nervous system. Finally, make sure your evening diet includes enough magnesium and potassium. These two minerals help muscles, including those around the bladder, to relax and contract properly. They also stabilize the heartbeat and calm the nervous system, reducing nighttime tension. You can find them naturally in bananas, leafy greens, lentils, and pumpkin seeds. When your meal nourishes both body and nerves, your bladder stays silent, your mind softens, and your night becomes a place of rest instead of interruption. For years, Mr. David Miller, a 71-year-old from Ohio, believed waking up 3 or 4 times each night was simply part of aging. He stopped drinking water after dinner, cut out his evening tea, and even tried prescription sleep aids. But nothing changed. His nights stayed broken, and each morning felt heavier than the one before. One day, after watching a health program about nighttime urination, he decided to make 3 small changes: earlier dinners, light ankle exercises before bed, and a few minutes of 4-7-8 breathing. The first few nights felt the same, but by the 5th day, he noticed something different. His body felt calmer, his heartbeat slower, his thoughts softer. After 2 weeks, he realized he was sleeping almost 5 straight hours without waking. The dark circles under his eyes began to fade, and his mornings no longer started with frustration. "I didn't take a pill," he said. "I just listened to my body for the first time." Mr. Miller's story is not unusual. Across the United States and India, countless older adults have quietly restored peaceful sleep by making similar, gentle adjustments. His journey is a reminder that healing does not always require force. Sometimes it only needs awareness, patience, and trust in your body's natural rhythm. Death does not begin with disease. It begins in sleepless nights. But the miracle is that life also begins when deep sleep returns. Each hour of uninterrupted rest restores your strength, sharpens your memory, and gives your heart a chance to heal. You deserve to wake up refreshed, not drained. The nights that once felt endless can still become peaceful again. All it takes is patience, awareness, and a gentle trust that your body remembers how to rest. Think back on what we've shared together, the small, steady steps that lead to healing. Drink most of your water before 3 in the afternoon. Eat light, early dinners that let your stomach rest before bedtime. Calm your nervous system with deep breathing or quiet gratitude. Keep your room cool. Dim the lights. And let darkness become your medicine. And above all, trust your body. It still knows the rhythm of renewal. Now, it's your turn. Try these habits for 7 days. Write down what changes you notice: fewer awakenings, deeper rest, lighter mornings. Let your results be your proof, your encouragement, your gift to yourself. Before we part, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? What time is it now? Comment below and share your experience. Like this video if it gave you hope, and subscribe to join our circle of healthy, empowered seniors. May your nights be calm, your mornings bright, and your heart full of life. Because deep sleep is not the end of aging. It is the beginning of living again.